back to my channel. Today's video is my October beauty favorites and one non-beauty favorite, but still had to mention it because it's so fabulous. Okay, so first let's start with, I don't have a ton actually this month. And some items I've talked about before, and one is, well, I'll start with this one. One is a favorite for color, but not texture. And I was hesitant to put it in here as a favorite because I was like, favorite's gotta be something that I like love all around. It's just wholly a good product. And I can't really say that about this, but the color is so beautiful and the payoff and the finish, but the texture to apply it is so, yeah. The Dior Mono, the Fusion Mono in Infinity. So let's take a look at the color. It's this gorgeous like silver taupe. And it's beautiful, and I love the color, but to build it up takes some work. I'm definitely like applying color, like layer after layer after layer after layer just to get it to build up to something that looks significant. So for that, I don't like it. But the color and the finish, like I was going around, the day that I put it on, I kept looking in the mirror and I was like, this is such a beautiful color. And I just kept stopping and looking in the mirror. And for that, I had to include it in my favorites because I will keep it and I will keep using it. And I will just gripe every time I have to apply it and apply 13,000 layers. All right, something that I went back to this month that I've really been loving is my Beauty Blender. This is the backup because my one that I've been using is kind of junky. That's why I needed a new one. I got my mom one. And I was using it for my Tom Ford waterproof foundation, and I've been using it here and there for different foundations to like salvage them if I really have a formula that I am like about, maybe it's pulling on some dry patches. I get out my Beauty Blender and it like works magic. So it has to be a favorite again this month because I've been loving it and using it a ton. Oh, a candle. Oh my gosh, did I get it all over my, just banged it into my face. The Diptyque La Madeleine candle. First of all, it's like in this beautiful packaging. It's part of their 34 collection? I don't know. Many of you are so well versed on Diptyque. Like I watch some bloggers and they are so well versed on like what everything's called and the different sizes and all the different collections. To be honest with you, I'm like, ooh, that smells good. I'll get that. I have no idea what collections it's from. Half the time I don't even know the scent. I forget it. And I'm just not as invested in it. I just like the scents that I like. I like roses. I like bay. I like this one. So it's called La Madeleine. It smells very kind of like sugary. It's like a lemon, sugary, sweet scent. So kind of like a cookie, but great for the fall. I haven't yet started burning it. I just kind of leaving it on my nightstand. And the scent alone is just so nice, just without even burning it. Okay, every time I try a new one of these, I have to talk about it in a video because, and you guys are probably like, yeah, well, you don't like the other. I like them all, and it's worth bringing it up because every single one I try, I love. It's the Dove moisturizing body washes. Do you guys use these? You need to. The sensitive skin one, we all know, I've talked about it. I've used it for years. This is their Purely Pampering. Tried their dry oil one that smells like musky and rich and sweet. Oh, it's so good. And this one, they're Purely Pampering. I mean, the scent's okay. Just kind of like a sweet floral scent. But the texture, it's so creamy and thick and hydrating. I can't get enough of their body washes. I think they're so great. I have so many body washes, and I use a ton of different ones and I do love a lot of different ones, but I always make sure that I have a Dove somewhere in my collection. All right, a body cream that I talked about this one in my favorite body products video, and I said that I wouldn't start really going hard with it until the fall, winter, and here we are, and I'm going hard with it. The Kane & Austin Retexturizing Lotion, so it has 15% glycolic acid. So just like when you use, strong acids on the face, it helps to retexturize, it helps to break up dark spots, it helps with making the skin more even tone. The same with going to be in the body. So I got, I get a lot of like, I'm so fair. So I get a lot of, over the years, I've had some sun damage and everything on my chest area, and I have some freckles on my upper back. I try my best to wear an SPF 50, but I'll be honest, I'm like, I'm still going to get some sun damage, and, the sun's going to get to me somehow. So I wanted to go and try this, and let me tell you, every time when I wake up in the morning, my skin is so soft, especially if you have very dry, itchy, like scaly skin in the winter. And, we all sometimes, like my lower legs get it the worst. Like they're really scaly and dry. A retexturizing body lotion, especially with glycolic acid in it, is wonderful. Do not use it after you've exfoliated or you've shaved, or you're going to want to rip your legs off because it will burn like crazy. But it makes my skin very glowy. And I was looking the other day at my like shoulders. I was like, they had like this sheen to them. And sure enough, my chest looks a lot more even tone. So some of the sun damage has gone away. I mean, I don't have that much, like I said. So if you do have a significant amount, I don't know how much it will erase, but it's better than nothing. I do have like more moles on my upper back or freckles and that sort of thing. That's been a little bit slower to fade, though they're slightly fading. Though, like I said, it's not like a super lightening serum or something like that. But really highly recommend something like this for the winter time. All right, the Midnight Recovery Cleansing Oil from Kiehl's. I put this on Instagram instantly. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you really should, because that's where I post a lot of like quick thoughts and products that I show, and especially when I do haul videos, whether it's fashion or beauty, I'll definitely, give more info and show myself wearing something or show myself swatching something on Instagram. So that's a really good place to follow me. The Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Cleansing Oil, I tried it and I like instantly had to Instagram it because I had to share it with everyone. It's such a great cleansing oil, very lightweight, but this stuff cut through makeup like just went right to my skin. Makeup was off, got all my stubborn eye makeup and mascara. I'm not a big Midnight Recovery oil fan. I used to work for Kiehl's many years ago, and when they came out, I was so excited to try it, and everyone's like, this is gonna be life-changing, and people were swearing by it, and it's just way too heavy for me. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. My mom, on the other hand, loves Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil. It's one of her favorite oils. But the cleansing oil, beautiful. If you have combination skin, dry skin, normal skin, any skin, if you have skin, you could really benefit from using this. It's such a beautiful formula. Okay. I had been testing this, and I also had the Clarisonic, but this actually won out over the Clarisonic. I don't tend to use any like cleansing brushes often, but this little Foreo, I had the mini size. Space NK sent me the mini size. It comes in a multiple different sizes. But I had wanted to try this. I had initially wanted to try the Clarisonic like a long time ago, and then I was like, I don't know. I get such a great exfoliation with acids and whatnot. And then, other cleansing brushes have come up here and there, and I've tried different ones that have, I've enjoyed here and there, but I had heard that this was a little bit better for not irritating the skin as much. Yeah, it's true. I compared this I didn't do a side-by-side comparison on my face. That would have been a good idea. But I did one night using this and one night using the Clarisonic, and my skin was a lot less red using the Foreo. It really was. The Clarisonic gave me like a good deep cleanse, and your skin feels really soft afterwards. But this, my skin was just really soft and balanced afterwards. But it does a great job at like getting into like any like congested pores that I have in my T-zone. I was like done, and I was like, the pores on my nose look so minimized. But I will say, when I use something like this, I don't like to use it like once a week, maybe twice a week, because there's such a thing as like cleaning too much or like exfoliating too much. I love exfoliating. I love acids and peels and now this, but it can be too much, and then what can happen is you start to irritate your skin, and then you're breaking out, and then you're right back to where you started. So just be a little careful with that. The Tom Ford Waterproof Foundation and Concealer. It's what I'm wearing today. Yeah, I love it. I talked about in my last video how I initially was like, ooh, this stuff is cakey and gross. And then the beauty blender came in and like saved the day. And it's such a gorgeous foundation. And that's first reason. Second reason is the color match is perfect for me. And it is 1.5 cream. Sometimes, I don't know how the lighting looks here, but in person, it is like the perfect match. Not too dark, but not too light. All right, I've got 2 lip products here. The Chanel Rouge Allure Ink in the shade Amaro. It's like that nude shade. Really love this one. I have been wearing this a lot. Someone said that it's very slippery and it's a little high maintenance to apply. It is. It's not as bad as some products I try, like the NARS Velvet Lip Glides. Those are just way too slippery for me. I really have to be careful with applying those. But this, I find that it's not as slippery. And then, I love that shade though, in particular. And then Bare Minerals Liquid Lipstick in Friendship. I've worn this a ton recently. I've shown it on my Snapchat. And it's a little bit deeper than Slay and a little more orange. And I don't know, it's not a color that I typically would go for because, I don't want things to be too dark on me, but it's absolutely beautiful. Let me put the Chanel one, which I've already swatched before on my Instagram when I first got them. So you can see one is definitely significantly darker than the other. But I love this one. It's such a great fall shade. Similar to what I'm wearing today, which is the Bobbi Brown something something. It's linked below. And this what is it? A buffing brush or a kind of blending brush from Lila B. And let me show you So what I love about this, I've been reaching for it almost every day, especially with cream eyeshadows. It works really well with cream eyeshadows. Sometimes my natural hair brushes work good. Sometimes the synthetic brushes work good. But it's the shape. So I have my MAC blending brush, which is a little bit fluffier and a little bit longer. So it kind of bends and can be a little too flimsy. And then some are a little too thick and dense and short and dense. This is the perfect height and width and density for giving a good kind of blending. I use it in my crease to put in crease colors. I use it on my lid to kind of blend out cream eyeshadow. It's just been a really beautiful brush. And I love her quads. Did I do a tutorial with that? I think I did. I talked about it before, but this brush in particular, I will find, it doesn't have a name on it, but I will find the exact brush and I'll make sure I'll link it below. And that's oh my gosh, how could I forget? My last product is, oh my gosh, I have 2 more products. Oh my gosh, I am totally, actually no, only one more. I already talked about my T3 curling iron. Oh my gosh, I got a robe for Christmas. And I haven't had a robe in a while, and I really wanted, oh my gosh, I'm trying not to get my liquid lipstick on my brand new robe. I didn't get it for Christmas. I got it for my birthday. I've received robes for Christmas in the past, and I really wanted a new one. I didn't have one anymore, so my mom got me the Barefoot Dreams one. I'm just going to drape it over my shoulders because I don't want to get it on my arm. But it's super long, so it's down to my ankle, but it is so cozy and comfy and cozy, and it's just such a nice texture. They have the shorter one, and I think I might eventually pick up the shorter one as well for maybe the summer or whatnot, but this is so nice to put on after I get out of the shower or when I'm getting ready. Everyone's like, are they that cozy? They are. It's just like a big hug. That's what I love about it. And I also got some pajamas for my birthday. I've talked before on my blog how I've kind of steered away from the sweatshirts and sweatpants and t-shirt kind of sleep attire. And last year I was like, no, I want to start buying pajama sets and I want to get dressed to go to bed. I want to have something nice to go to bed instead of these awful Victoria's Secret pink sweatpants I have. We all have those. I literally have pink written on my butt. I have a few of those. And so I started buying ones here and there. So my mom gave me a pair from J. Crew for my birthday. It's what I asked for birthdays and Christmas. I'm like, get me pajamas. I want a good selection. So those are my October beauty favorites and one non-beauty one, but it was worth mentioning. And I'll link the exact robe below so you guys can see which one it is. And it comes in a ton of colors. So I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.